Hi, fifth grade. Welcome to Backcountry Cooking Guild. This guild lesson is for September 29th. So today we're going to be talking about sun drying. So we're going to be going over what sun drying is, what the benefits of sun drying are, veggies and fruits for sun drying, materials needed, how to sun dry, and how to tell if your fruits and vegetables are fully dry. So first of all, what is sun drying? So sun drying is a traditional way of preserving food by laying out the food in the sun to dry. It removes the moisture from the food to keep it from spoiling. It is one of the earliest known methods of preserving food. So this is really old method. So before we had our fancy freezers and our fancy refrigerators, people had to come up with a way to preserve food or else it was going to spoil too quickly. So they came up with sun drying. So what are the benefits of sun drying? So sun drying, first of all, it keeps your food around for longer. So way back in the day before freezers and refrigerators, like we were talking about, it would keep it from spoiling. The second benefit is dried fruits and vegetables retain large amounts of vitamins, fiber, and minerals. So it is still a healthy way of consuming your fruits and vegetables. The third reason is sun-dried produce can be stored for use in soups, cereals, and trail mixes. So it's really handy to have these in your pantry for year-long nutrition. And number four, your sun-dried harvest doesn't contain any preservatives or chemicals. So a lot of times when you buy dehydrated fruits and vegetables, it contains a lot of preservatives. But when you're doing it yourself, it doesn't contain those things. Okay, some more benefits of sun drying. So there's a lot of benefits of why you should sun dry. It's a huge money saver. If dried goodies are easy to store and won't take up a lot of space. Another reason is having stores of sun-dried fruit and veggies will come in handy down the road in case of emergency, right? Because if the grocery store shut down or something, and you have dried fruits and vegetables, then you have a lot of nutrition that some people may not otherwise have if they didn't prepare food by sun drying or dehydrating food. And then the last reason is sun drying doesn't require electricity. It just requires the sun. So what can I sun dry? So you can sun dry almost anything, even meat. So some things are easier to dry than others. So fruits and vegetables that have high sugar and acid contents, that is the easiest thing that's gonna dry for sun drying. And those things are things like apricots, grapes, peaches, hot peppers, chilies, tomatoes, mushrooms. And the more you experiment, the more you're gonna learn. So maybe if something isn't very easy, the more that you experiment with it, the better you're going to get, and you'll have more and more success when you sun dry. So materials that you're going to need for sun drying is a rack with a slatted bottom, so that is going to allow airflow. So if your food is raised up on a little rack, the cooking rack, then it is going to allow air to go under and circulate it better, and then it's going to dry more evenly. If you don't have a drying rack, no worries. You can always just try putting it on a cookie sheet or something like that, flat in the sun, and that will dry it too. It just might take longer and might not dry as evenly. Some other great tools to have on hand for sun drying are a spatula, a cheesecloth, lemon juice, or red wine vinegar. And then sun drying works best in hot, dry climates, but it can also be successful in more humid zones as well. It's ideal to have a temperature that's 80 degrees or higher, or else it's going to take a lot longer to dry. So remember that when you are sun drying, to keep your food in the sun all day, but then once night comes, remember to bring your food in so that the little critters don't get your food. So how do you sun dry? So first, you are going to choose your produce. So your fruits and vegetables should be fresh, clean, and ripe. You want to ensure that your selection doesn't have any blemishes or any like wormholes or bruises, because that's going to show up when you sun dry it. Sun drying it doesn't hide those things. You want to wash your produce is the second step. So try your best to get all the dirt and bugs or anything out of the produce. The third thing is you want to cut and remove pits and seeds. So smaller produce can be left whole, but for large items like tomatoes, you should cut the fruit into smaller pieces. A whole tomato would just rot in the sun because it has too much water, and you need to slice it so that it then will dry faster. You don't want rotten tomatoes. And then the fourth is soak your produce for 5 minutes. So it's great to take some lemon juice and put your produce in that and soak it for 5 minutes. This is going to keep it from turning brown. So if your fruit and vegetables turn brown, that's not going to hurt you, but it certainly looks a lot prettier if it doesn't turn brown. I know that maybe you don't want lemon tasting vegetables. So another thing that you can use is red wine vinegar to soak your vegetables in, and that won't give it that strong acidic lemon taste. Then you want to let your sun drying. You want to start your sun drying. So you're going to lay them out on the cookie sheet if you have that, or if you have food racks, you're going to lay it evenly on the food racks, and then you're going to take it outside. You're going to make sure that you select a location where the sun is going to hit it directly and for a long period of time. So maybe you go outside and you find a sunny spot, but you notice that there's a big tree nearby, and just in a couple of hours, that tree is going to shade your sun drying experiment. So you want to try to choose a spot that is going to have the most sun possible. And then you want to make sure that you're flipping your fruits and vegetables throughout this sun drying experiment so that it gets evenly dry on both sides. And of course, like we talked about before, you want to always make sure that you bring your food in at night, or else the little critters might get it. And then how to tell if your food is fully dry. So when your fruit is fully dry, it'll be a little bit flimsy, and almost brittle, but not too flimsy, just like a little tiny bit. You shouldn't see any condensation. So condensation means any water, any moisture in it. So if you see any moisture in your fruit or vegetable, then it's not fully dry. If you cut your fruit or vegetable in half, you shouldn't be able to squeeze any moisture out of it. So think about how a raisin behaves when you squeeze it, right? You squeeze a raisin, there's not going to be one single tiny drop of liquid that comes out of that. So it's soft and a little bit flimsy, but nothing comes out of it. And that's how you can tell if your food is fully dry. So go ahead and try it out. Sun drying is a really fun experiment. Like I said before, some things are going to dry better than others. So look in your refrigerator, see what you have. Try a fruit, try a vegetable, see which one turns out better, and let me know how it goes. I hope you guys have a great time. Good luck.